So, here we are. Sudden Disaster round of 64, which is the second round. We have Viper as the big favorite here. Viper's big favorite in pretty much any series he goes into, whether he is washed or rusty or whatever you may imply about him. He's a beast, especially in these settings. And Bohemians are beastly, especially in these settings. So, we'll see what Viper's plan is. Obviously, probably going to go to Castle Age and adapt from there. On the other side of things, we have Dobbs. Dobbs has been playing for a very long time. As I just said, Dobbs and I have memories of playing him 10 years ago. He's been above his current elo. He's been around 2,300. He does like his closed maps these days. And he obviously won his first round. I think what gives Dobbs some potential is the following. He's got nothing to lose. And having nothing to lose in the sudden death scenario can lead to some pretty chaotic plays. All the pressure is going to be on Viper. But then also B, on some of these maps, Viper didn't play the first round because his opponent didn't show up or something. So Viper doesn't actually have experience. Dobbs played a full tourney set on the maps and got comfort level for the settings. So that's the positives. And I do think Britons can actually be really good here as well. So it's not a bad pick for Dobbs. I noticed this version of Hideout, they're really far away from each other. And, oh, I love this Dobbs. Let's go. Is attacking Viper's wall. And underdogs always take the 50-50. Dobbs will never leave. Dobbs, what are you doing, bro? Underdogs are supposed to always take the 50-50. Oh, he gets the turkey. Oh, and he blocks Viper with the turkey. Get blocked, Viper. Viper gets blocked. Viper doesn't care, but I have nothing else to talk about, so we're just watching the scouts chase each other right now. Viper does leave behind a deer. Dobbs actually leaves behind all of his deer, though, to get the scouting intel, and he'll know that this is a pretty long journey to get to the opponent. That's a very big wood line. So that's the second time I've seen this, too. I don't know. Is anyone in chat able to look at the map and tell me if this happens with every script? Can you please do preparation for me? Because I play tomorrow. Is there always a really big woodline like this? Because usually there's the one side that's huge. But then the other side normally doesn't have this much wood. Now, Viper can definitely gain an eco lead of the Britons. In a normal scenario, you wouldn't really have that. Because Britons could add the cheap town centers, but the Bohemians should be very good considering the Britons and the Bohemians are stuck on one. So I think adding the early monastery and Castle Age for Viper would be a good play. I get the fervor upgrade for the villager speed. Relics are pretty far away though. Viper only has one relic close by. All the other relics seem almost too far away to focus on. T90 Dobbs might think that the wall he scouted is the closest wall to him. Yeah, I mean, I think he has to assume the wall probably comes this way. What you're really looking for is how long it takes you to get over that general area. Dobbs has sneaky good crossbow micro. So I kind of feel like he's going to try and play fast castle crossbows here. I'm always surprised. Like, obviously know Dobbs quite well. And I think there's kind of like that confidence because we go all the way back and we've run into each other a bunch. And every time I play him, he'll be going archers with random civs you never expected from. And what he relies on is a really healthy number of them. So the micro's good, but he really prioritizes the numbers. And it's just a commitment. So that's what you need in sudden death. You got to commit big time. So I would say crossbows makes the most sense. Going to stone just wastes a lot of time. I would say just open crossbow. Maybe bring a villager forward. Go for a siege workshop. And it's not like you can easily counterattack. So if Dobbs is here or Viper's on the front, the other guy can't really get to their base anytime soon. So someone wants to see some magic from Viper. I'd love to see that as well. Viper's produced some really fun moments. Both in losing and winning in sudden death tournaments. Do you guys remember so we talked about the cut with the Khmer. That was the last sudden disaster tournament. But then there was also the, I think, Walhalla, where Viper lost his king to a trebuchet. So there's been quite a few instances where Vipers produce some highlights one way or another. This should be a fast castle for Viper, but he's most likely not adding any army, which allows him to go up a little bit faster. And I think Dobbs will add crossbow. So Dobbs adds 2 extra vills, so he's able to afford what he's looking for here. I think I've called this. I think Viper will do exactly what I said. I think he'll go for fervor. And with fervor, the eco will be faster. Viper will adapt to whatever he sees or does not see on the outside. Viper loves the greed with his relics, so he sees this and he sees this. So he might look to snag those and then maybe play towards Imp. But I played this matchup and I really struggled with the Bohemians against longbows. Because the longbows can snipe the cannons. Viper drops the market there. I'm not in love with that positioning. I'd always like that building to be part of an extra layer of defense. But he gets to build it much faster. And that's probably the reasoning for it. Now let's see how Dobbs can manage this. It's expensive. Like, getting crossbow and bodkin at the start of Castle Age with your eco upgrades is not easy. But I don't know if you need to have great eco here if you're up against the Viper. You might just need the army numbers. There's the archer range. There's the blacksmith. Viper's looking. Viper doesn't see too much. I wonder if Viper suspects this. Ooh, Viper's going to stone now. I mean, makes sense. I like this build from Viper. You could have gone to stone a little bit earlier. That would have delayed your castle time. And I mean, what else are you going to do? You can't drop the second TC. The monastery is not that expensive. So I think Viper's going to keep a very close eye on what Dobbs is up to here. Might want to keep his scout towards the front at all times and not loop around the backside here. Yeah, you can tell Viper's like, no, we want to keep an eye on the front, see if I can see anything. And nice building positioning from Dobbs. Lots of experience. Viper's even attacking there just to let him know. Which, of course, I love to do. I think Dobbs is doing the same. I think Dobbs attacked the wall a couple times here, so they get the attack signal. But Dobbs doesn't actually have his scout to see what Viper's doing, so now he's paranoid. See, guys, the attack on the wall created the paranoia. I'm convinced. That's why I do it. Because now Dobbs heard an attack noise, and he's like, oh, he's ready to fight. Meanwhile, Viper doesn't have anything. And Viper's just going to go for defense. Oh, but Dobbs saw the stone, too, so he's probably panicking a little bit, and he thinks there might be a forward castle. He might actually bring the archers out soon, if he's concerned about that. There are the archers. Viper drops the monastery. Viper going for some good eco upgrades now. And it's been a smooth build from both, but Viper does not see the archers are moving forward. So he doesn't know about that. And these are Britain archers. If Viper loses the scout, that would be so bad for him, potentially. He loses the scout. So now, even if Dobbs were to just patrol this scout randomly on the left, Viper can't get a relic. And here comes Dobbs. Viper will have the stone eventually for a castle, but he's really greeting it here. Look, he's like, I'll eventually have it. I'll eventually have it. He's pulled the vills off of stone. Meanwhile, Dobbs is bringing a vill. Dobbs is getting ballistics, or is planning on ballistics, and Dobbs should try and break through. It's crazy how Dobbs isn't just running. It's because he didn't scout Viper's base, maybe? Like, why is he looping the whole way around? That feels very weird. He's trying to be sneaky, and he didn't sit by the relics, so Viper's going to think everything's fine and get that. Here comes the villain, here comes the crossbows. It's kind of crazy that Dobbs is looped around this way. I guess it's because he could see the villagers on stone. And Viper just gets enough stone for the castle and pulls off of stone at this time. He does not know the crossbows are there. Perfectly calculated. Now, what gets wild is if Viper builds a defensive castle on this side. By the way, Viper doesn't have Loom. So this pressure on the left might mean that Viper thinks he's safe on the right. And here comes Dobbs. Dobbs will be in. Dobbs, why are we pressuring here? Like, build your siege here, bro. I think it's just because he didn't scout. He didn't see any of his walls, so he's very confused. Does he think this whole wood line connects, maybe? Viper will complete Loom basically at the perfect time. Saves the Vil at the perfect time. Completes the castle. Dobbs sees it now. And Dobbs... It's so funny to me that he's just not going here at all. And Dobbs still wants a siege workshop. Ballistics is on the way for him. 8 range crossbows once he gets Bodcanero, but he doesn't have Bodcanero yet. And he's dropping a siege workshop on Viper's face. Actually, he's going to back off a little bit. I mean, the crossbows can still take down a Hussite wagon. It just takes a very long time. But like I said, Dobbs has sneaky good crossbow micro. And if he adds a mangonel here, this could all be okay. But man, is that Hussite wagon tanky. It's only halfway down now. But Dobbs with confidence. Dobbs sees that. Dobbs has ballistics as well. Dobbs does not want Viper to repair that. Dude, this whole game from Viper has been kind of like peak Viper, where he just gets away in the final second every single time. The stone came in at the perfect time. The repair comes in at the perfect time. And he's still able to, like, slowly snag relics as well somehow. Viper's playing really sharp now. Really, really sharp. And it would be so tough for Dobbs. Like, he has to send the crossbows so far. This is why I hate this position for the push. I guess if you push from this side, though, you have tougher time for other reasons. But Dobbs will go double siege workshop. If he can out micro Viper, he could definitely take out that TC and he can get the win. Best of luck to you, Dobbs. Okay. I like the approach from Dobbs, though. You can't just let Viper cook. And as difficult a task as it might be, you have to be aggressive. It's sudden death. Who knows? Maybe Viper has a misstep. But unfortunately, Viper has just not had a misstep this game. The crossbows have not done enough. Bill count still even. Double siege workshop is not something Viper's going to expect. Dobbs needs his mangonel micro to be better than that. He will probably take this out, though. Let's see if Viper could save this one. Split micro from Dobbs. Crocodiles come out of nowhere. Crocodiles on Viper's team, and Viper backed away, and he's just able to back away and be safe again. Resources rising for Imp right now. It's just so amazing the value that Viper's been able to get from his units so far. Oh! Jinxed him! Jinxed him! Danger! 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 That is your life, Viper! You can't get by with one mangonel anymore. Guys, Dobbs is coming with double siege workshop production, and he's got the crossbows. Can Dobbs do this? Viper's counterattacking right now with some wagons. The Dobbs was not prepared to deal with this. There will be a lot of chaos. This would be a good time for Viper to get some shots. Dobbs has to defend, but also he has to push. Tough for Dobbs here. He's distracted, but he knows, and he trades 1 for 1, which is actually acceptable. 1 for 1 is acceptable here. He's also trying to add a mangonel at home. We'll keep an eye on that. This is a good play from Dobbs. It's all about the siege right now. And Viper's plan of going to Imp is just flown out the window. He's just all hands on deck with everything he can get. Split micro from Viper. Dobbs saves the repair villager. Viper loses another mangonel! It was the perfect start for Viper. But that town center is consistently targeted. Could Viper consider some monks, maybe? I mean, that's an option. Credit to Dobbs for just continuing to pressure here. Viper's getting chemistry now, which means he could make hand cannons. It does also add some attack. Man, Dobbs is a beast. Did you see that? He had half a second to react to that. And he's saving this. This is against Viper, man. This isn't against some pleb. This isn't against me. Or you. Repair villager is actually really important. So the repair villager gets saved as well. Dobbs doesn't have to worry about his base now, which means he could really focus on full production forward. Could use the crossbow range against the mangonels in theory. Oh my god. He's such a god. He's such a god! Remember his name! His name is Dobbs! He is gonna kill Viper! What? I mean, he could. This is crazy, man. After how this started, it didn't feel like there was a single chance. Micro's been unbelievable here. Repair villager needs to be saved. Okay, he loses one. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Viper's like, my turn, my turn, my turn. Splitting with the wagons. Still hasn't killed that repair villager. Still having issues with his town center. Okay, now there's no repairville for the mangonels. Viper, of course, has plenty, but there's more siege on the way. And an attack round from Dobbs. This is absolutely unbelievable. Viper can't believe what he's up against right now. Viper can't believe it. He's like, what? I thought this was going to be super easy. 2k1, no problem, no problem, no problem. There's problems, Viper. There's problems. Big problems. Horrible problems. Like, what is happening type of problems. All the wagons are dead. All the siege is here. Is Dobbs gonna pull off the upset? Viper's going to have one mangonel. Going to have one mangonel versus 5. But he will have hand cannons. And hand cannons can do crazy things against siege. He can kill mangonels. He might be able to hop out of the TC and take those. That's what he's going to try. And you can almost insta-shoot them as well. That's really nice play from Viper. Yeah, look at that. He's taken 2. He can repeat the cycle. If he had one more hand cannon, he's one-shotting them. And Viper holds again. Viper responds with an attack round, which is pretty clutch. And guys, 53 vills for both of them. A crazy game from both. They've honestly impressed me so much. But actually, Dobbs needs more crossbows now. He needs more crossbows to snipe the hand cannons. Eventually, we could see Imp. Eventually, they might even cut towards each other here. Viper does have the far better economy with 2 relics and some of the upgrades, but Dobbs still has chances. And I just think full siege, like you're hitting the TC, you're hitting your target. Full siege is still more than fine. Dobbs needs to back up. Full siege and some crossbows, obviously, because he needs the hand cannon skilled. And Viper snipes another repairville. Lands an attack rounds. The hand cannons are aiming to kill the siege. This is coming at a cost for Viper and for Dobbs. It's still very close. Crazy micro from Dobbs. Oh! Oh, Viper's attack round was a doubt. It was a doubt attack round. Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God! Here we are again! 4 mangonels for Dobbs. 1 mangonel on the way for Viper. He's got to go 1 for 4. He's got to save his TC. Another hand cannon goes down. Viper, he might need another siege workshop here. Look how many mangonels he has in queue now. 4. Bro. Can Dobbs do it? Dobbs sees the mangonel. His crossbows are there, but now the crossbows are not focusing on the hand cannons. Viper's trying it again. It's so tough if you're Dobbs to know what to do. That is such a good play from Viper. That's so hard to push. Is incredibly hard to push. Because you're thinking you can use your crossbows versus the mangonel. But then your mangonels get sniped by the hand cannons. What a hold from Viper. I feel like they're going to run out of golds, guys. Like, there's so much gold army being lost all the time. Like, Viper's going to run out of that gold, and then where does he go? Like, genuinely, I feel like that's the cycle we're in. Dobbs is already outside of his own base on this gold. Dobbs is out here on this gold. He even built a tower there, which feels kind of random, but Like, where does Viper go for gold once he's finished here? He has to go up here. Maybe that's why Dobbs pushed from this position in the first place? Because it was sitting on the golds? Like, that would be incredible forward thinking. Viper hoping to take down all the gold units for his opponent. And he does take all the siege. So maybe now Viper can push this position. He can't drop a town center here. But Viper reclaims the land and could start to take the golds here. But Dobbs is not finished. Would be lovely for Dobbs to maybe even have a forward range. But there's so much focus on the micro. Oh! Viper's coming here for gold. Dobbs, notice it, bro. Notice it. Notice it. Viper's actually taking that gold. They're going to share the gold for now as they micro. Viper even went full armor on the hand cannons, which is not that common for Castle Age. If Dobbs notices this, he sends crossbows there, and Viper has no gold. They're still microing here, though. This is one of the most intense games in the whole tournament. I'm not even exaggerating. This is unbelievable. Look at the micro, bro! The micro's insane! Oh my god, what? Did you see that? He stayed in the middle? Holy crap. That was insane. Viper had 2 separate attack rounds. He covered either side of that mangonel, and Dobbs stood in the middle like he expected it. And now another mangonel will go down for Viper. Dobbs splits around it, and Dobbs is back. Viper's on the way to Imp. Dobbs! Bro, kill the Vils, bro. Kill the Vils. That's basically Viper's only gold income. I mean, he has this, but that's almost gone. He's so focused on the front. He just does not see that. An Imp Viper can make Trebs, and Imp Viper can make Bombard Cannons. That obviously changes this game. This is insane. Also, I would love for Dobbs to YOLO villagers forward for a forward castle on Viper's face. Build that on the TC. Risky, because Viper's already taken care of the siege, but he might try it. Hold up, he just bought the stone. Okay. How many vills do we have? 5? There's no more on the way. He's still not seeing Vipers on his gold. Oh, he's taking out the farms. Oh, let's go, Dobbs. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. 5 vills. 5 vills. I mean, it takes so long to get here. Okay, there he goes. Castle's on the way up. It doesn't matter if he's an imp or not. He needs to take Viper's TC. Viper sees it. Viper can obviously deny it if he snipes the vills, but then he needs to take the siege as well. Viper goes for the vills. He goes for the siege. Viper defends again. This is crazy. That hopping out of the TC with the hand cannons is some epic work. And Dobbs is desperate yet again, and I don't know if he can complete this castle, man. Like, he would have to do it all with the crossbows right now, and he loses some. Castle's at 40%. And now Viper's an imp. Meanwhile, they're still just peacefully taking gold. Viper noticed that. He converted a villager, and I think Dobbs just got alerted to it. And Viper's getting Hoof needs it right away. And Viper will go for bombard cannons, obviously. Is there a chance for Dobbs? No. More siege gets sniped. More vills are on the way. No, Dobbs. He's played so well. He needs this castle to go up, man. He needs this castle to go up more than anything right now. Can he do it? 60%. 60%. Crossbows are a distraction at this point. 70%. There's a chance, guys. If it goes up, there's a chance. 85%. 92%. 97. Dobbs, sell everything for petards. Everything for petards right now. Petards. Petards. You need petards. Your mangonels have an opening to take this TC now. It still doesn't look good, but there is actually a chance. Also, Viper is attacking his gate now with these vills, and Dobbs is going to attack back. Dobbs needs to go for the TC with everything he can. He doesn't have much food right now, so petards is going to be tough. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, one popped out. That was a waste. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, he's repairing the castle. He actually has a lot of stone. He has no food for petards. Can the mangonels do it? Viper needs to max repair his TC. Viper is Vil rushing Dobbs' base right now. Hoofneats is out, which will take care of the castle very quickly, and then the mangonels as well. Viper's been under such crazy pressure all freaking game. And look at the KD, 76 to 75. That has been even. But it's just been Viper's economy that has been ahead the whole game. So in an even KD scenario, Viper comes out on top. And I think this is where Dobbs is realizing maybe all hope is lost. Which is such a shame because he played such a good game. But at the start of a series, at least, he might feel as though he actually has chances. That was a crazy game. I think Viper was also just kind of shocked at how crazy Dobbs played that. His micro was fantastic. Like, at the start of Castle Age, a bunch of Twitch chatters called the GG because they were like, oh, okay, well, Viper's just going to out-micro him. That didn't happen. Like, it was pretty close. Obviously, some tiny details could have changed. But, guys, look at the difference. 13 mangonels produced from Viper. 34 for Dobbs. I didn't realize the difference was that significant. 34 mangonels is such a crazy number. I think the play from Viper that won him the game was not his mangonel defense. It was his hand cannons popping out of the TC. Like, he killed so many mangonels that way. Hand cannons was such a good play. And the fact that he had the economy for it was so impressive. Like, I guess he farmed out here. He had the gold out here. To have that economy and that focus there is not easy. So, Viper takes the first game. It's a best of 5. Yeah, Viper wasn't Bohemians. Maybe he didn't have chances. But some promising signs there for Dobbs. He certainly made it close, made it interesting. Looks like the speed is similar here. And we'll see what Dobbs has cooked up for the next one. So there was a time, and I may be sounding rather old when I say it this way, but there was a time back in the day where the arena civilization was Aztecs. In fact, we would see a lot of Aztecs versus Aztecs, which, yes, was actually quite boring, but yeah, it was seen as the best arena civ. And then the Lycav meta formed, and then a bunch of civilizations obviously were introduced with DE. But Aztecs used to be able to see eagles and monks and eagles and monks. And Dobbs, as I said in the intro in the previous game, has been around a long time. And so he is going to go for eagles and monks. Viper has been around a very long time as well, and Viper will no doubt remember that. I have fond memories of Viper doing it himself. So Viper will have to think about how he manages this. Remember, it's sudden disaster, and it's sudden death, so you can only be on one TC. And so, I mean, there's a lot of reasons to make a lot of army. I would guess that Viper would make Lycav. Maybe Viper goes Lycav and also goes for, I don't know, also goes for some monks of his own. They recently added bunnies to the game. So say hello to the hares. Players will be killing these hares. I didn't really feel bad for the chickens. I kind of feel bad for the hares. Because they look pretty cute out there. Look like they're having a good time. But Viper's probably going to end up eating those. They have the same amount of food as the chicken, so 65 food. But it is notable that we actually started with these instead of starting with deer. So that actually makes it a little bit more difficult for Viper Civ. I think the Aztec player will be more than fine having to build a mill for the hares. But yeah, that's the extent of my intro, guys. We'll see where the relics end up. The relics seem to be towards the middle. So if Dobbs is going to go YOLO push, he might be in the very middle here. Actually next to the foxes, which I think are pretty OP. Like, you get 35 gold just by eating the fox. You don't even have to drop it off anywhere. That's also a recent addition. So we're AoE 2 is now like animal empires. And hold up, is Viper about to eat the foxes? I've not seen this yet. Someone incorporating it into their Dark Age build. Yeah. Okay, so look how fast your gold rises. Again, you don't need to drop it off at a lumber camp. You don't need to drop it off at a mill, a market, or anywhere. And you're just like instantly getting tons of gold. And there's foxes all over the middle. Now there's also tigers, which you can't eat. They will eat you. It is Viper though, so Viper is pretty known for being able to quick wall. And Scout's still running around for Viper. Can you see the fox bodies in the ground? But Dobbs didn't scout it. You should be able to see the bodies for a little bit. Is that worth it for Viper, though? Yeah, and this is new. I've never seen someone in Dark Age run around and take the foxes like this. So Viper's trying to test it out. No better time. He's a big favorite in this. He's up a game. Oh my goodness. Dobbs is trying to push in the fox. Okay. Now you can't shoot it with a bow and arrow. When you click a fox, it you like boop it. You melee it. And Dobbs says, "Dadgum." He's like, "That was my fox." And Viper's just going to eat the fox right outside of his walls. And Dobbs didn't want to let Viper into his base with a Vil. That's the last player you want in your base. And so Dobbs has to sit here. And he has to look at his fox being eaten. And he calls Viper a thief. And Viper just says yes. That's funny. All right, Viper sees another fox, is going to take the gold. I mean, Viper's not going to need to mine gold for his build now, which is quite nice. How many foxes are actually left out there? There's 2 more, 4 more, 6 more in total. But that's a lot of walking, right? So I think if you factor in the walking time for Viper to get out here, it's really... And what that villager would have otherwise done. It obviously, the villagers wouldn't be collecting gold. They would have been collecting like food or wood, but it's a bit different. Now, didn't they change like certain animals to have greater attack speed recently? I'm pretty sure they did, and I don't remember Viper's going to try and trap the tiger here. I do not remember if tigers are way faster or not. Okay, Viper, what do we got here? Might as well just kill it. Viper was going to trap it. Poof, dude. Oh! Viper! 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 Oh! Tiger! 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 Careful, 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 careful. Oh, man. See, that's probably why you don't want to walk out and about and take the foxes, guys. Yeah, that tiger's definitely attacking faster than it did before. But I think Viper's 1 HP villager is safe. By the way, I find it so funny that Viper's out there without loom. As Viper's now getting wheelbarrow in the Dark Age? Okay, you don't see that every day. It's a full adaptation here from Viper. But Viper's out there without loom, and Dobbs, because of Viper's quick wall potential, never even leaves. Like, he doesn't even want to try, because against Viper, you don't have faith that it's going to work out. But you really should probably have an eagle out there trying to disrupt that villager, but... Dobbs is like, nope, Viper's reputation with quick walls, I would just lose my eagle. And his strategy needs that eagle. I think for regular arena games, I'm not too sure. But for sudden death games, where oftentimes you want lots of resources for fast Imperial Age, I think Dark Age upgrades like this, including wheelbarrow, is actually very nice. It's not as critical to hit Castle Age for the second town center here, so I like it. This villager goes back home now and gets to tell everyone about the foxes and the tigers he saw out there. No one's going to believe him because they've never seen one. But there they go. Or there the villager goes. Viper's not going to have resources for going to Castle Age. So, I don't know how good this is going to be. Do I think Viper should go out and get these foxes? At this point, I do not think so. He has enough gold. He needs to keep his villas at home. I think Viper mined a little bit of gold. So I think he mined maybe like 30 gold from these gold tiles with some 2 random vills. But the rest of the gold he brought in from foxes. So it's 35 gold per fox. And I don't know. Maybe Chad did a fox count, but... Dobbs is going to go crossbows again? Okay. Well, he did amazing in the previous game. So he would put like Aztecs and crossbows? I thought this was going to be eagles. I thought this was going to be monks. He's probably just trying to mind game here. Sometimes you can get in your own head about that. Like, you don't want Viper to expect what you're going to do. And Viper does make it to Castle Age, so he's on his way up anyways. Ahead in resources collected, not significantly, but he is ahead. It's expected the Burgundians would be ahead. Even without the foxes, so I guess that's to be expected. But let's see how much food and gold Viper banks up here. He still didn't even add a barracks, so it feels like Viper's actually set up for, like, Fast Imp. Like, Fast Imp. But, like, Fast Imp what? Like, it's not you're not Bohemians anymore. You can't research chemistry in Castle Age. I think it might be monks. Meanwhile, Dobbs hasn't left his base. And Dobbs doesn't want to show Viper what he's up to. And he's just sitting behind his walls. He's going to commit really hard to a push to try and kill the snake here. Is there a tech that lets you extract more gold from foxes? Edgy Dragon, don't give them any ideas. But honestly, there might be fox-related bonuses in the future. Viper saw the eagle and was probably like, where are the other eagles right now? I guess does the Mayan resources lasting longer apply to foxes? By the way, we are going to have a crocodile nothing. We're going to have a fox nothing. We're going to have all the new animal tweaks that give different behaviors, give us some great community games. I need someone to make the maps for us. Is this the siege tower? Dobbs did this to me once. I think he's going to siege tower. They made siege towers cheaper in the most recent patch, guys. And Viper's going triple monastery. If things go the way I think they might go, the mind game could work. Viper is expecting monks from Dobbs, and he, with a better economy, is going to try and out-monk him. And Dobbs is not going for that. Dobbs is going for a siege tower. Let's go. Viper's looking around. Looking around, not looking for foxes anymore. He's looking for those monks. He's like, he must have a monastery in there. Now, Dobbs can actually see the scout. So Dobbs needs to hide this. Or go the other way, but it's tough because Viper might double back to the left. Viper's still looking. Now Viper's going to snag the relics, so Dobbs, you have to move out. Look, Dobbs was going to go to the left, but now Viper's coming to the left. And Viper will know as well that Dobbs is trying to hide something. Okay, there he goes. 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 Choo, choo. Here we go. Now, when will Viper see this is the question. Will Viper see this? If Viper sees it now, he has more than enough time to adapt. God, that thing is so slow without infantry. But it's moving. Now, Dobbs doesn't know that Viper's monasteries are here. If he went right over the walls to the monasteries, this would be sick. No! Is he going to go past that random house? Can you imagine? Okay, luckily that didn't happen. Surprise! Surprise, Viper! I've got a delivery! And there are the crossbows. But Viper can now actually leave his own base, and he's safe from the crossbows. That's hilarious. Viper has enough heads up, and Viper actually saves his crossbows just by leaving. And now the crossbows are in. But Viper was not ready for this. Viper didn't have loom. Viper's siege workshop doesn't go up. He loses 2 vills. The villager that Dobbs has sent is getting converted. Remember, you have to destroy the opponent's town center. And Viper might have lost... He might have lost 2 vills, but he also has 2 relics. So that's really good for him. And oh no, Dobbs is going to lose the eagle. Dobbs needs to delete that. That needs to be a delete. That needs to be a delete. It's not a delete. He's bringing crossbows. He's hoping Viper's distracted. Viper was distracted, Dobbs. Viper was distracted. But now Dobbs is backing away. You can actually hop into the tower now and run down the monks. Chase down the monks from within the tower. You can't convert a siege tower till you're next to it. You can convert units from far away. Dobbs, you got to be in your tower. Running in towards Viper. Okay, he's just diving. Oh, okay, see, that's what I mean. Like, that could have actually been the whole engagement. He still has a lot to worry about. Viper is super housed right now. Dobbs has put Viper under pressure. Yeah, and now you can just roll up to the monks. I actually think it's a good play against monks. Viper is going to add more monks. And Viper does have some siege, but Dobbs might not expect it because he denied this siege workshop, and he's already focusing on this. Dobbs sees it. Snipe DeVille. Dobbs needs to delete the eagle. Back in the tower, Dobbs. Back in the tower. In the tower! In the tower! Oh, my God. The siege tower shenanigans are just not working out right now. Oh, but he takes down Viper's mangonel again. Damn. I mean, that's where Dobbs is looking. That's not where I've been looking. And Viper's not looking there. Viper's looking at his monks. And Dobbs could fall back. And Viper doesn't have siege yet. And Viper's gonna get massacred! Viper's getting massacred here, dude. This whole eco is horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. I think Dobbs has had enough time as well to learn with the siege tower. There's a technique there now. Get in your tower, get close to the monks, kill them all. Viper's monks here. 1 goes down. 2 goes down. Only 1 conversion. I swear to God, Dobbs, get in your tower, bro! You're tilting me! That's still fine engagement. He could have killed every single monk without losing units. He just rolls right up to the monks. Normally, I don't get this heated, but this is such a specific thing. And there's real potential here for Dobbs. Still micring over here. Holy. Viper's off of gold completely right now. He's only on this stone. And Viper's off of wood as well. Okay, so here's the step. You ready? I'm going to repeat this. You get into the tower with 10 crossbows. You roll right up to the monks. Then you hop out. Then all the monks die before they get conversions. That's the step. Viper has more crossbows than Dobbs does. At least at his base. But Viper is on the way to Imp. Who knows what that's going to mean? That could be for a forward castle. I don't know if that goes up. Dobbs killing monks. Dobbs killed a lot of monks. Dobbs did a lot of damage, and here comes Viper. Oh, man. Oh, man. Dobbs, I swear to God, if you're not in that tower, I will scream. Viewers, be prepared. Dobbs, you win this game right here. If you get in your tower and roll right here, you win. It's GG if you get in your tower. Please. Oh, is he going to see a corner? He sees the castle. This is it. This is the game. Go, 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 go. Oh, it might be too late. Viper committed so much to this. All right, let's just forget the towers there. You know, we don't need it. That towers are a waste of time. All right. Well, here he comes. Castle's going to go up for Viper. Oh, God. Bail, 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 bail. Panic, panic, panic. Panic time. Panic. Okay. What do you do now if you're Dobbs? You have to keep your TC up. Dobbs can kill Trebs. Unless Viper's Treb is like... trying to think of where Viper's Trebs will sit. They would sit like here. But I guess mangonels could technically take them. Viper is chopping wood in a very awkward spot. Viper is bringing monks forward. It's very tough for Dobbs to know what to do right now. This castle position from Viper is pretty clutch. And his monks are only going to get more range. And Dobbs will not get in his tower again. Like, he used the tower to go over the wall, but he isn't thinking about how to use them in other ways. It's a protector. Now, in the past, siege towers could be converted from range, so maybe he's thinking that that's possible. But you have to be next to them, which allows you to just roll in towards the monks. He's getting heresy now. Okay. That's very good against monks. Viper's got a treb. This is dangerous. By the way, I'm not trying to be rude to Dobbs. I just am very emotional because I feel like he has some real chances here. And this is such a unique situation. Not trying to be rude. Obviously, a lot of pressure on the players. All right, well, now Viper won't get any more units from him. And now Dobbs doesn't really have to stress about taking the fights. So he can just go in. And the crossbows that switch sides are getting killed off. Viper probably realizes Heresy's in and can't believe it. And Viper... But yet Viper's castle is still protecting those monks. Dobbs needs to somehow kill Viper's TC. That seems very unlikely. Like, he'd have to have a siege workshop there now. He could try and maybe take out the castle. All right, I mean, he kills monks. He's killing a lot of Viper's monks here. Viper maybe needs fletching for his castle? Because the castle's not actually ranging much. And there's fletching now. Okay. Can Dobbs keep going? Viper's really massing up the trebs now. Viper's really close to just making a run. Again, Dobbs, use your tower and you can go right underneath the castle with your crossbows and snipe the monks. They'll go into the castle, of course, but, like, the tower is your protector. I just don't think he knows. To be fair, siege towers are there's gonna be a meta forming. They're so cheap now, I think we'll see them a lot, especially in this tournament. But there's certain, it's just a very unique thing. Viper's massing so many trebs, guys. Get in the tower, bro! Get in the tower! Oh, I can't watch. You could just roll right up to him. You just roll right up to him. He's still doing a great job. But Viper's building up enough trebs to maybe win now. Now, what would be epic is if Dobbs somehow gets redemption and converts Viper's trebs. Can you imagine some sneaky monks from the back? Viper has 5 monks and he has 6 trebs. That's it. He does not have a great economy. I mean, the 5 relics are really saving him. He's getting Bracer, and he's getting Ballistics. And he's bringing his Vills to repair the trebs. Oh, God. He's gonna make a play, guys. Viper sacrificing everything here to take down that TC. This is how you play sudden death. You bring it all. Your Vills are not gonna matter. It's all about taking down the castle. There he goes! There he goes! Viper with the trebs! Okay, they're unpacking. Viper is just hoping to repair these trebs. And Dobbs is bringing Vills. But Dobbs, your town center. He calls the GG. Okay. I thought it was a great game from Dobbs. I hate when people resign before the TC goes down. It's sudden death. There should be a rule against it. Now, I'm not in charge. And I think Dobbs has given us some great entertainment. But this whole resigning before the TC goes down thing, it makes me a little bit sad. Now, maybe he deleted it. He might have actually deleted it. Did he delete it? Okay, that's fine. That's not as bad as resigning. So there's somewhere in the middle. I didn't realize he deleted it. But Viper was going to one-shot it. Dobbs knew it, and Dobbs called it. That was crazy, though, man. Like, Viper wins, but Dobbs is doing exactly what you would want an underdog to do. And making it different and making it chaotic. So, salutes in chat, please, for Dobbs. Series is not over yet. But I just love what he's brought to the table these games. It's been crazy. Like, how many times do you see somebody just get rolled over with no crazy game plan, and everyone expects what they're going to do, and the opponent has no, doesn't have to work at all. And to make Viper work this hard is cool. So this map can produce some crazy things, and this series has produced some crazy things. Viper, of course, the favorite. He has been tested today. He is playing as the good old trusty Byzantines. Then we've got the Saracens for Dobbs. I just asked where people were watching from. There might be some Australians up. Kind of a rough hour for Australians, but Canberra, kind of themed after my mates out in Australia. You got the water in the middle. There's 30,000 food on that one fish, okay? I don't know how it's coded. I think there might technically be like, 100 fish there. But either way, it's basically one. There's the only other spot you can fish is this tiny little shorefish, which eventually runs out. So you're not really going to see that. So usually you do see water play a role. Notably from water, you are then able to range the opponent's town center with cannon galleons. Or you could use the middle to transport. So, like, losing water is very bad. But also, common approaches on land, like monks or castles, can also range the water too. So it's kind of tricky. Very complicated map to prep for. But I think Byzantines are good. They have more HP on all their buildings, which applies to the town center, which is huge here. And so you have good navy. It's cheaper to go to Imperial Age. Byzantines are absolutely top tier. Dobbs has Saracens, which allows him to go for heavy archer numbers, which he's done every game so far, and break through buildings, which he would love. And then also, you put a lot onto gold, then you can buy your food. And Saracens can kind of skip steps in a way. So I think it's a very nice pick here for an underdog. He's going to try and push in some deer from the outside. And this should also be around the time he would be bringing a villager to dock. Here comes Viper. And Viper is going to head out there and try and dock the middle. But it's kind of risky because he's pushing in the deer at the same time. So some people don't have this luxury. Technically, Dobbs could be here with his scout and deny this and kill this villager right now. But Viper's like, I don't care because I'm Viper and I can just quick wall my vill if danger arrives. Does he not have the wood right now? He's walking very forward right now. I guess we don't see the way we see the way the map is set up and Viper didn't. But this obviously feels like the side that we would expect Dobbs to dock from. Oh, he's not going to dock, guys. Honestly, I think Dobbs is just going to go fast castle all in and hope that Viper's fishing eco doesn't pay off. I mean, it could be fast feudal archers still, but he is going to skip the dock in general. This isn't really a dock block. The ships can still pass through here. What this does do is it does stop land units from going across. So if Dobbs or Viper want to go to the other side, they have this little crossing here. I mean, game one was fast castle crossbow. Dobbs made it close. Game two was fast castle crossbow. And now we're in game three. And I'm going to guess fast castle crossbow. If I were a betting man, I would say that is what we see. But maybe not. Yo, General Patton, thank you for the resub and also gifting the sub. It's very nice. Guys, support's been great. What was it, Friday? Friday support was insane. Sub counts rebounded a little bit. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I've been enjoying this tournament a lot. Oh, is he going to go dock now? So he could go fast feudal into galleys. No, I think he's just taking the fish. That's an extra 200 food there, and I think he just wants the food for the fast castle. It's got to be fast castle crossbow. It's got to be. But yeah, Dobbs has sneaky good micro. If you ever watch his stream, he does stream on occasion. He's like plays super zoomed out. And you just think, this player's going to be like a lazy player. They're not going to be aggressive. He's usually not fast with his feudal times like a lot of players, so he doesn't rush fast feudal. So you think it's going to be defense, and then it's like, bam, tons of crossbows out of nowhere. Yeah, he's going fast castle. Now, Viper will know that Dobbs doesn't have a dock in the middle, because if he did have a dock in the middle, he would see it. This is why I don't think that the strategy is good for Dobbs, because now that Viper doesn't see a dock, his opponent's obviously going to go fast castle. So if he was going to go feudal age, he would just not do it. Like, why would Viper ever go feudal age? There's no benefit. So I think in Viper's mind, you just go into fast castle, and then you can also think, My opponent literally went crossbow against me 2 games in a row. Let's just play Castle Agent Skirms. But yeah, technically Dobbs could have docked here. But it's not very good to do so because there's so little fish there. I did do that with Dravidians once, though, just because you can get the extra pop space. And your fish also carry so much food that it doesn't feel quite as inefficient. So Viper's got a crazy eco lead now with 5 very efficient fishing ships. Dobbs is doing nothing about. And Viper, wonder if he's going to play guard tower defense here. Here's what the safe play would be. The safe play would be skirms, siege, adapt. But the fun play when you're up 2-0 might be guard tower defense or castle defense, transport, petards. Viper is a showman. He just can't help himself. So there's very strong chances here that now that Viper's got a little bit of freedom with the scoreline, he might try something crazy. This can happen sometimes too, where you can get 1 mining camp for stone and gold, and Viper's on stone. So I think he's going to go defensive castle. You use that to protect your TC, and then you can use the water to transport petards. Look at Viper even check this right now. Viper was looking to see if there's a dock. He doesn't see one. So I think this is why I think not having the dock hurts. Because Viper has not just blindly gone feudal age for random fire galleys or something, right? Underdog will always take the coin flip. Dobbs is taking the risk that he could lose this fight. Viper will not want to. The Viper brings him back home. And, oh, Viper gets a hit in the last second. Now Dobbs needs to back away. Viper could even use a fishing ship to get cheeky there. And Dobbs is he's going to fight this because he doesn't want Viper to know. He knows he can't let Viper into his base. He does not want Viper to know he's going crossbows. Confusing that he's going for the archer ranges there. But I guess he doesn't have a ton of space. Yeah, if he built it anywhere on the front, Viper could see it. But hey, another game where Dobbs will go for crossbow. And Viper is expecting this. Man, that first game was so crazy, though. That first game was nuts. 34 mangonels from Dobbs and only 13 for Viper. As the hand cannon just really saved the day there. All right, well, Dobbs will use the market to buy and sell res, so resources will start to look a little bit better. But I would be expecting pressure from this angle if I'm Viper, because this is where it's way easier to access the opponent. No one's expecting the pressure over here because it takes such a long way to walk. Like, I don't know if Dobbs has thought about that or not, but if he takes the illogical route, which is to go to the right side, it might actually be better. Like, where will Viper drop his castle is the question. And will it protect everything? By the way, I don't think we'll see petards. I think Viper will want Dramens. You can make them immediately when you're an imp. And he has the dock, right? And look at Viper, look around. Viper's like, where's the pressure? And now Viper's confused. He's going to look with the fishing ship again. It really doesn't make sense. Like, what Dobbs is doing is confusing. But I guess confusing could be part of the strat. And Castle ends up being very good for Viper. He didn't see any pressure on this side. He's assuming it will come from the right side. He assumes correctly. He probably needs to snag a loom before he goes imp. And here come the crossbows. Dobbs needs damage. And it's just really hard to surprise Viper when you've done this the first 2 games. And it's just the only logical play beyond Monks and Siege. And Viper's on the way to Imperial Age. So Dobbs breaks in. Dobbs sees a castle. Now, if Dobbs wants to go do damage, he has to cross over to the other side. And Viper was going to drop a dock there to block that potential, which would have been amazing if he thought about it 30 seconds faster. He is making a demo. And the crossbows are on the water right now. Viper's going to try and save his fishing ships. But Viper's already benefited from the fish, and Dobbs, be careful. Be very, very careful here. Dobbs, be careful. Dobbs, be careful. Dobbs, be careful. Dobbs, be careful! Well, it could have been worse. Somehow 2 of them survived. They'll need a couple years of therapy, but they've survived. All right, Siege Workshop on the way for Dobbs. He'll try and pressure the town center. Dobbs is cheeky. He respects that from Viper.
Yes.
Viper says yes. Viper will now build a cheeky dock to block this side, which actually does very little now, because Dobbs is sending the army this way. Viper wants Dramans. Can Dobbs actually save himself if Dramans show up and start attacking his TC? I don't think so. Viper's got the walls down. He will lose another villager. He's lost some eco this game, but his TC's still safe. And he has his docks. My mouse just glitched out. And with Dramans, you can make them instantly in the Imperial Age. You don't have to wait for chemistry like a cannon galleon. It's instant. And what is it? Huns? Byzantines? Armenians? There's 1 or 2 other civs that get Dramans. But this is a strat on this map that I've seen before. Dobbs is just now bringing in the siege now. Goths as well. Thank you, chat. Viper is even getting Greek fire. Does that apply to Dramans? It adds range to Dramans. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, Viper's an imp. He's taking some damage on his town center, but he's Byzantine, so he has more HP. That's the other aspect of Byzantines. And the Dramans are on the way. I mean, whether or not Dobbs expects this doesn't really matter at this point, because he doesn't have a single thing that can stop it. He just has to kill Viper before Viper kills him. Technically, you could add monks and try and convert the Dramans. But even then, the Dramans outrange the monks. And Viper's just casually waiting and repairing that TC. And he's waiting for the Dramans, and there they are. The Dramans are ready to Draman. And here's what Dobbs can see. And Dobbs sees the Dramans. And Viper is on his town center. And the Dramans do crazy damage. And Dobbs is trying to repair. And Dobbs is trying to kill Viper. But Viper's TC is stronger than his. And Viper's repairing. And Dobbs is like, please, no. Please. I mean, he has to try and use crossbows against this. He has no choice. While simultaneously trying to kill. Viper's got 5 army, right? He has so little army, but he's got the army that matters. Oh, and Dobbs, you can tell, probably just distracted. The mangonel hits the castle fire. And Viper, the first round he's played after getting an admin win in the first round. Just so adaptable, this series. Yeah, here comes Dobbs with the crossbows. Hey, he could have resigned, guys. He could have resigned, but he's going to give us one last dance. Can he kill his ship? I think if he kills a Draman, he should win, and we should get more games. Can someone check the handbook? Is there a rule that says if you kill a Draman, you win? Well, even if there was, I think he's still screwed. Villagers are now attacking his siege because there's no crossbows there. Viper's just having fun at this point. Viper snipes the crossbows. And, yeah, surely this is the end for Dobbs. But an entertaining sweep. An entertaining sweep. I know people would have wanted Dobbs to maybe make the most of some of the moments he created for himself. But I think he'll watch his TC go down. And he will tap out. Viper wins. Viper produced 5 Dramans, 2 demos, and his starting scout. That was all he needed to win this game. 5 Dramans, 2 demos, one of which he hasn't even used yet, and then the starting scout. And the starting scout, by the way, still alive, still over on the right side, has scouted the map. So Viper just with amazing value. I think it was a really nice adaptation to not seeing Dobbs fish. And obviously, with 3, like this being the 3rd game in a row, a pretty safe guess that Dobbs was going to be going for crossbow. So that was really smart from Viper. So, yeah, Dobbs played amazing against other players. Maybe would have got some wins here. But Viper just got value this game. Just crazy value from his army. Very good eco management. Very good timings with everything. And kind of expected, right? I don't know what seed Viper is in this tournament. But is he first? Is he second? He's got to be like top 3 rank in the tournament, right? And Dobbs is, I don't know, 70th? 80th? I mean, that's a pretty big gap. Well played at Dobbs.